first. There's the number line on Wednesdays, and it says place 1 and 1/3 on the number line. So, can you turn off one light, Nathan? Here's 1, and here's 2. If you're wanting to find 1 and 1/3, what you're going to do is in between 1 and 2, how many lines do you want to have? Ben? 2. So there's 1/3, right? There's 2/3, and there's 2 is actually 3/3, right, or a whole? So 1 and 1/3 would be that line right after 1. How many of you guys got that? Good. Clear it and next, please. All right, Luke added fractions together. 8 and 10. Neither are the same, so we had to come up with something that would be the same for both of them. He turned them both into 40ths. His form of 1 that he multiplied by to get from 8 to 40 was 5/5. 8 times 5 is 40. When he multiplied 2 times 5, he got 10. 2/10 he turned into 40ths. He multiplied by a form of 1 of 4/4. 2 times 4 is 8. 10 times 4 is 40. So now he can add them together. 10 40ths plus 8 40ths gave him 18 40ths. And then he divided both of these numbers by 2. 18 divided by 2 gave him 9. And 40 divided by 2 gave him 20. You could have had one of these two numbers. 18 40ths or 9 20ths. Okay? Yeah.
I did 80.
You did 80?
I did 80 too.
If you did 80, that's okay. But reducing it, it should have gotten you down to 9 20ths. Okay? If you did 80, that would have, you'd have multiplied by 10 and you'd have had 20 80ths. And then you would have had times 8, 16 80ths. And when you added that together, you would have got 36 80ths. And then you would have had to reduce it down. Okay? Clear the ink and go next, please. Eyes up here, please. Next one, Ben. It showed a picture, and it showed that this one was shaded, but it did not show you that it was cut into fourths. So you had to imagine it being cut into 4 equal parts. He shaded one of them. So 1/4 was the fraction. And 1/4, if we divide 100 by 4, you got 25 or 25%. How many of you guys got that? Good. Clear it. Let's move on. 3/4 of 1/2. So, this is just like yesterday. We had a half that was shaded, and he took the half, and then he broke the half into 4 equal parts. Okay? 3/4 of 1/2 means that you would multiply 3/4 times 1/2. Caden multiplied it. 3 times 1 is 3. 4 times 2 is 8, and he got 3/8. Okay? 7/8 and 9/10. Well, 9/10, you should know right off the bat, is 90%. 8/8. What's 8/8 as a percent? Hunter? 100%. How many of you guys know what 1/8 is as a percent?
12.5%.
12.5%. So if I subtract 12.5 from 100, you should get down to the percentage. 100 minus 10 is 90. 90 minus 2 is 88. And 88 minus a half should have gotten you to 87.5%, which would mean that 7/8 is less than 9/10. What is 75% of 40? if you ran a race and you ran all 100%, you would have run 40 miles. But you didn't. You ran 75%. So, if I divide these into 25%, here's 25%, here's 25%, here's 25%. This would equal 75%, right? How many equal parts do I have here?
25.
Equal parts. Megan, you're going to move back to your seat here in a second. How many equal parts do I have? How many equal parts in the whole thing? Lily? 4. If I divide 40 into 4 equal parts, how many miles is going to be in each part? Lindsay? Well, how many miles is going to be in each part? What's 40 divided into 4 equal parts? Allison? 10. So if I divide 40 into each part, I've got 10 miles here, 10 miles here, 10 miles here, 10 miles here. So if I'm starting at the starting point and I go 25% of the way, how many miles have I went?
20.
No. Here's the start. If I go to here, I've went 25% of the way, or how many miles? 10 miles. If I go 50% of the race, how many miles have I traveled? 20 miles. If I go 75% of the way, how many miles have I traveled? 30 miles. So 75% is 30. Guys, you're going to have a test next Friday on all this. So if you're struggling with this, just like I tell my son, okay? He never wants to ask for help. I can do it myself. You guys can't do it yourself without practice. So if you need help, you have to ask. If you're sitting here and you don't know it, you need to ask, because that's the way that you learn. Okay? Things that are new to you, you'll never understand until you practice it over and over again. You'll get it eventually if you ask for help. There are many people in here that do a great job, and they're good at helping you too. Okay? Next one. Percent equivalence of 5/6. Well, 1/6 is equal to 16 2/3. 6/6 is equal to 100%. So Hunter subtracted 16 2/3 from 100%. 100 minus 10 is 90. 90 minus 6 is 84. So 84, and then we have to subtract 2/3. Well, for us to do that, I'm going to take this and I'm going to subtract a whole. And a whole is equal to 3/3, right? Well, what's 3/3 minus 2/3? 1/3. And since I subtracted 1 from 84, I have 83 and a third. Okay? Are there any more? Okay, good. We're going to be doing Tuesdays together in small group during